All right, finally getting here and getting this ready and all done. I want to thank everyone that has taken the time to join me to listen to what I have to say and share this information that I've been on my own journey learning for the last few years. But just like a little bit of background for me, I was in the floral industry for about 23 years, super passionate about working with flowers and customers and getting to know them on a personal level. I jumped from that industry once I became single, needing to provide an income. Unfortunately, doing the flowers wasn't cutting it for me, so I joined the restaurant industry. Someone told me that I'd make an excellent bartender, and apparently I make an excellent bartender, and doubled my income doing that kind of work, but not at the expense of, with the expense of taxing myself, because all my bad habits kind of came back and increased. And, I started smoking cigarettes again, and been doing that solid for the last 6 years that I've been in this industry. Drinking alcohol had increased, late nights, long hours, running around serving people, and just like really overall not very healthy for anybody, honestly. Not taking proper food breaks. I could go on and on about how toxic the restaurant industry is. I thought maybe the next thing to jump off onto was going to be real estate. And I took the course several times and did as much studying as I could do. I found it to be so boring, and hear that that's also a very toxic environment, cutthroat realtors stories that I've heard, and long hours still, like it's a 7-day-a-week operation. Just didn't feel right to do that either. A few years ago, I was introduced to Dr. Morse via my brother, one of my brothers, who showed me Dr. Morse's videos. I learned all about him and iridology, and just like astounded at what I have been learning, and how complex but simple that the human body really is, and how it actually operates, and information that we're kind of suppressed from. It's just kind of mind-blowing watching what my brother went through for 8 or 9 months for his transformation. He just, became like a very happier individual. I could see the difference in his before and after pictures of his iris. He cleaned up a lot of the inflammation in his stomach, and just seeing the before and after pictures of anyone's eyes, diving into iridology has been eye-opening for me. So, knowing that I've been needing to change my ways for the last 3 years has been completely different than actually applying what I know to my life. And I've only really just begun to apply what I've been learning like a couple of months ago. And I just finally decided that I was going to do Dr. Morse's program, his 12-week herbal protocol. It's a cellular regeneration detox program. And to do it 100% correctly, you need to do all fruit and herbs as your only intake for food, which, I tell people this and they're like, are you crazy? You can't just eat fruit and all these nonsensical things. So, but really it is super hard to just change your diet from what you're used to eating to what you're supposed to be eating. And so I went about 6 weeks. I've been completely raw, but still eating salads and still craving my salads and a little bit of cooked food here and there. And I don't know, I guess the other thing that I kind of needed to change, and realizing that I need to change, was eliminating stress. And that was the job that I had before now. Working at the bar that I was at last, it was just very taxing. And moving to where I am now, I'm at a really small place where I get to have more of an intimate conversation with guests that come through, and it's all people that live in the town that I live in. So I'm learning about their situations and their physical ailments, and what they've been through or what they are currently going through. And it's amazing that people like open up to me and share all of these things. And I'm like, it's just for a reason. It's kind of just feeling like it's aligning with what I'm doing for myself, that I need to open my mouth and tell them what I'm learning, even though it's kind of detrimental to my business, because I'm literally poisoning them by giving them alcohol and, cooked restaurant food that's all heavy carbs, meats, cheese, dairies, all that stuff. Something else that I've been working on is just changing like how my social media draws my attention. And instead of getting lost into the social media, I've been like fine tuning who I connect with, who I spend my time watching, if you will. And I met this guy, Todd. Todd's on the call. Thank you, Todd, for being here. And I met Todd through Dr. Morris's his Facebook group, and just watching his journey. And I don't remember how many days he went all fruit, but I'm like, man, I need to do this. And I just need to link up with all of these like-minded people to kind of help motivate me to stay on course. And very shortly after connecting with Todd, he introduced me to this company, Purium, and it really has been like a game changer. And going into, sorry, I'm just getting sidetracked here. Learning about Purium and getting excited by knowing that the products are grown in regenerative soil, and wrapping around this whole business model is information and education regarding our soil health, and learning their mission and how it's, their main mission is to put Monsanto out of business, and realizing what eating non-organic foods even is doing to us. Like, I had no idea, absolutely had no idea. I'm thinking I'm eating fruits and vegetables, and I can't really afford to eat the organic. So at least I'm getting the good stuff in, but realizing that even by eating that way, still not getting all of the actual benefits from the fruit because of when it's picked. And, Purium's products are vine ripened, and once they are picked at that ripened stage, they're instantly wind dried, and you get all of the 100% nutritional value from that food, which is beneficial to our human bodies. So I started their 30-day ultimate lifestyle transformation. And I haven't really had much trouble sleeping since my kids have been grown up, but I do have way better rest. I get comments all the time on how, like, I don't know, how good my skin looks and my complexion is. And people really have a hard time believing how old I am a lot of the times, and how old my kids are. I have to like show them my license sometimes. But ultimately, feeling completely nourished while taking these products has been what was my missing link to getting to the all fruit aspect of this cleanse that I'm trying to do for myself. And then just realizing how many people like really would benefit from getting on these products. Maybe you don't want to change your lifestyle of what you're eating, but you want to put the good nutrition in. Like, there's products designed here for that purpose also. But the 30-day cleanse really is specifically designed to help people completely transition. And I can see why, because you're not hungry for anything. You have superpowers, like you feel energized, and like, I don't know, you could run for 8 miles after working a whole 24-hour shift if need be. What else do I want to say about their mission, though, was their Million Mom movement that I've recently joined too, and how it's a movement of, it's called Mom movement of many, and just creating communities based, where they want to take, what is it, 1,000 caregivers in 100 communities, and they just are all committed to spreading health and well-being and economic opportunities around organic superfoods. They have a scholarship program where they give over $1,200 worth of retail superfoods to families in need for 3 months, in addition to helping them do their own personal business. And I don't know, every time I join a call or I'm listening to any of these women speak about their journey or where they are and how they're helping other people heal themselves, like I'm hooked. And I have literally have decided that this is what I'm supposed to be doing for myself. I haven't really been diagnosed with anything. I've always had trouble with my bowels, not really realizing that I even had a problem until focusing on this knowledge and realizing like, wow, yeah, I'm not going to the bathroom properly and my kidneys aren't filtering properly. And I know that if I don't change my ways, like colon cancer runs deep on both sides of my family. I have an uncle who's 41, he's stage 4, and my grandmother on the other side. And then there's breast cancer all around and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, my uncle at 49 passed away from. And the statistic really is that if you don't die by accident, you will die of cancer. And it's just really powerful to realize, like, what are we doing, and I want to help kind of wake people up to how they're living their lives. And I get a lot of people that kind of give me some flack about it and say, well, I've only got 10 or 15 or maybe 20 years left on the planet. They've already decided that they're going to die around 70, 80 or 90 years old. And like, I'm just going to enjoy myself. But I say back to these people, but don't you have any children or grandchildren? And, if we're not getting proactive now, like what kind of planet are we going to leave them? And sorry, I got another thing here. What else can I say about it other than I have one client that's just finishing up her 30-day cleanse. And I asked her to just give me, I've been checking in with her pretty regularly. Obviously, I work with her, and just seeing her transformation is really empowering too, because she just looks rested and she looks happy and much healthier, and she's just boasting about it. Like, she can't shut up talking about it either. And she's just like me. Like, I've finished my 30-day cleanse and she's just finishing up hers, and I don't want to stop mine. I want to keep it going because it's helpful for me where I'm with what I'm trying to obtain. And I have this amazing support group that I also want to just mention that when you purchase these products, you have access to these regenerative health detox specialists, and they have calls set aside for you to join and ask any questions that you want and get the answers that you're looking for, really, because I just really think we all need to be helping one another and lifting each other up instead of bashing and being better than all that nasty stuff. Let me go over here. Oops, sorry.
This meeting is being hacked.
It's very weird. It keeps unmuting. Sorry about that.
Remove him from the meeting.
I'm telling you, you're gonna be hacked. You're gonna be hacked, guys.
Sounds like the devil is in here.
You're gonna be hacked. I'm telling you guys.
John Smith, yeah.
That is weird. Oh, okay, now I see remove. My gosh. Wow. I don't know, that was really wild. But literally that just kind of gave me chills, like a little bit. I don't know that I have any other topics that I wanted to cover. That kind of is where I was going to leave it off and put it over to Carrie, who is been amazing inspiration. There's two Carries on this call. It's Carrie Tidwell and a Carrie Drinkwine, and they're both just very, very easy to listen to, their stories, and very moving at times. And I'm glad I got through my little spiel without crying at all, because at times I can literally just start bawling my eyes out just thinking about how people are suffering, and we need to help them not suffer, help ourselves not suffer, and then spread that information. And actually, I did recently learn that the owner of Purium, that his mission is to end human suffering. And that brought me to tears too, because I'm like, man, that is my mission. And I'm also signed up for Carrie Drinkwine's 14-week schooling. And like I said, I can finally say that I've decided what I want to be when I grow up, and I will be a certified regenerative detox specialist at some point in the near future. So I'm really excited. And I'm going to give it to Carrie.
Yeah, awesome, Naomi. Thank you so much for sharing. And we need more people sharing good information like this, because as we know, we live in a world that's over toxicity and undernourishment, and we're just seeing disease in the body just increase and increase. And that's kind of what brought us here today, as we were in search for our own healing and found Dr. Morse and regenerative health and learned these principles and changed our diet. And I used to suffer with chronic back pain. I felt like I was 80 in my 20s. I had a hard time standing up. I had major adrenal fatigue. I didn't know what that was, but I never felt rested. I always felt tired. I started to have like weird symptoms and adult allergies as I got older. And I knew I wanted more kids. And I just knew that there's no way I could even try to get pregnant with how I was feeling. And so long story short, I found Dr. Morse, learned these regenerative principles, and was able to change my diet and then help other people in this way. And just felt like, oh my gosh, like, why doesn't everybody know this information? Like, this should be common knowledge. And I started working with clients one-on-one, but felt like I can't get to enough people, just one person at a time. And so I was introduced to this company, Purium, that Naomi is talking about, and they grow all of their food in regenerative soil. They pick their food at peak ripeness and when to hydrate it and package it in biodegradable bags. So it really helps you feel nourished as you let other foods go. And so what I was finding with my clients is they weren't able to stick to protocols as long. Like, I was extreme. I wanted to jump in and heal, and I just did it. But I did feel like more depleted afterwards, and a lot of clients just couldn't stick with it. And so this is such a beautiful gift to be able to help people feel nourished with our food grown in regenerative soil, because there's so many toxins and chemicals being sprayed on our food. One main one being glyphosate, which I've learned even more about, which is patented as an antibiotic. And that's really destroying our gut microbiome. It's connected to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, just so many things. It's wreaking havoc on our GI tracts and killing off all the good bacteria. And so we're seeing like autism on the rise, cancers on the rise, ever since we started using these chemicals in our food. And so just being aware of that and then voting with our dollar is huge. And to be connected in with a heart-centered company that their mission, like Naomi was saying, is to end human suffering and regenerate the earth's soil, is like in total alignment as a regenerative detox specialist of a company that I'd want to partner with. And so we do these 30-day protocols and help people like with lifestyle changes. And so as regenerative detox specialists, we've come together to create this community of education and empowering people to understand like why this is happening in the body, and then solutions on how to get to the root. And so the best way to like support Naomi in her mission is to either cheer her on with her health journey or do a transformation protocol with us, and then really like pass this information onto people that could really use it, because there's so many people that are suffering, that are searching for answers, and they don't know where to go, or doctors don't study how to get to the root and how to regenerate the body. And this is the mission that we're wanting to do. We can't wait for government. We can't wait for someone else to help us. We have to just like link arms and connect in. So if that's another way to support, is if this is aligning with you and you're like, I want to be part of this mission, there's amazing partnership opportunities, or to connect, or if you know wellness professionals, to add the nutrition piece in, because the chemistry that we bring in our body is so important for living vibrantly in our later years. So like Naomi was saying, it's having that good quality of life so you can play with your grandkids and do that. So I will pass it to Carrie, because I want to respect everyone's time, but just really appreciate y'all being here and listening, as this is such a huge passion, and especially with all the variants coming our way, to give your body the best condition to be able to fight things off and not be a host for anything to thrive. And learning these principles and understanding the body is such a huge blessing and gift that I feel like is going to be really necessary moving forward. But yeah, with that, I'll give it to Carrie. And Carrie is such an amazing mentor in this company. And she was one of my first clients, and her healing story is amazing. And so it's just incredible what the body can do when given optimal conditions. So I will see if she is available, because I know she was on another. Oh, I think she got bumped off, actually.
Uh-oh.
She just texted, "Are you still there?" Oh, maybe you took her off when you took the other guy.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I'll tell her to come back.
Oh man, the devil's interference there.
Yeah, that was wild.
It was really creepy.
But and that's like, yes, that's life, in life we're going to come up against obstacles, and this is the beauty of coming together and doing this together in community instead of alone. Whereas before, as a solo entrepreneur, I was just helping one person at a time. And what a gift to be able to connect with people who have a passion to really want to make a difference with the health of people and the planet, and connecting in with people like Naomi and Todd and Nicole and Carrie to just really all link arms and share this together and do it in community. Because it's tough when you change your diet. We're so conditioned to think certain things are good for us, but because that's like the norm. But it's, what we think is healthy is just, or what we think is common is or what we think is normal is not common. No, common, not normal, sorry. So like a lot of people think, oh, it's allergy season. And so I'm meant to just get allergies during this time of year, when really that's our body's way of saying we need to clean up the terrain or clean inside internally. So just like we take care of our car and we take it to get an oil change and a car wash, we also need to take our body in to like clean our lymphatic system and clean our colon and clean the pipes of our own body. And so this protocol just really has amazing benefits to just give the body what it needs by superfoods grown in regenerative soil. So you're flooding your cells with nourishment. And then there's a biomedic that helps get glyphosate out of the body. So that's certified by the Detox Project to get up to 70% of the glyphosate out of your system in 6 weeks, which is huge, because then we can start absorbing what we eat and clean out that sludge and that the glyphosate in our GI tract. And then it comes with the dark tart cherry juice that has one of the highest levels of natural melatonin and amazing for inflammation. And that helps with deep rest and sleep. So your body repairs a lot when you're sleeping. And then it comes with a gut healing herbs that get parasites and fungus out. And then as well as like aminos that go right into your tissues to help with muscle skeletal system and skin integrity. So when you're letting go of these harsher proteins, you're still getting those essential aminos that go right into your body without wreaking havoc on digestion. So it's such an amazing supportive system kit that as you want to regenerate or do a reset, or give the body this nourishment while we let go of other things, it really makes a big difference, because you're feeling supported on that nutritional level as well as in community. And so we offer two live support calls a week, like Naomi was saying. There's tons of educational resources and lots of support. And so, yeah, if you're looking for more information, I know Naomi will send an email about like how to get connected in or different resources, or if you have questions on your health, you have access to regenerative detox specialists that can help you understand root causes and how to give the body the best condition to go back to balance. And that's what so many of us have done. And that's what we have a passion for, sharing this and giving people the opportunity and the option to choose this way if that's the route they're looking for. So yeah, with that, I'm going to pass it back to you, Naomi, and you can close it out. I think Carrie just got bumped off, but
Yeah.
But she's got there's lots of videos that Carrie shares her story and education that we can share with as well.
Thank you so much for all that information, Carrie. I don't know if I said this earlier, but part of the reason why I'm doing this, not just for myself, but really for others, so that I can be a better advocate on, what works and what doesn't work, or just having experience is super powerful knowledge, and these days I like mentally eat things that I know I'm not supposed to eat, because I remember what they taste like, and I remember how satisfying they would be to eat, but I choose not to eat them. I've had a few moments of weakness and you know, we have this delicious focaccia bread at my work, and it's super hard to like walk by that focaccia bread and not just eat a piece. But the time that I did, I instantly had a sore throat the next day. And understanding, you know, chemistry working in the body, and knowing that why is a reaction to every action. And I won't get all too into it, but only because I trip over my words a lot. But yeah, it's been a very interesting beginning to change over completely. But I feel super confident to maintain this lifestyle with this whole program and all of these people that are part of this family. I call it a family because it really is. Everyone cares so much about each other, and there's no shortage of help and resources available, like Carrie was saying. But I just want to take 1 or 2 more minutes in case anyone wanted to ask any questions while we're on this call. Oop, crap, just got myself off myself. All right.
Yeah, and
There
you
we
can
go.
stop recording, and then that way we can
Oh,
add.
that's right. Yeah. Let's see. Control R.